The man accompanied his wife to her prenatal checkup but unexpectedly heard the voice of the child in her womb. The baby warned the father not to sign and transfer the company to his wife, because he was not actually the man's biological child. The fetus also cautioned him that if he signed the agreement, the mother and another man would take the family fortune. Seeing that her husband still hesitated to sign the property transfer agreement, the wife began to feel anxious. At that moment the man heard the fetus's voice again, revealing that the mother had already betrayed her. The man instantly burned with anger. He decided he would either divorce his wife or do a paternity test. The wife firmly refused. Feeling wrong, she said it would harm her body. However, the fetus insisted the mother was lying and urged the father to divorce quickly. Facing his husband's distrust, the woman went to the rooftop wanting to prove her innocence. At that moment the assistant brought the divorce papers. At the same time the hospital called, saying the lady had already done a paternity test and the child was indeed his. The man felt as if struck by lightning. He realized he had been misled by the voice and had misunderstood his wife. But it was too late, as she had already lost hope. Ashamed, the man caught his wife without a word, yet he was knocked unconscious. When he opened his eyes again, he discovered he had been reborn before the prenatal checkup. The wife urged him to sign the property agreement quickly. The man suddenly remembered it was at that moment he had been misled by the voice. Living his second life, he vowed never to let the tragedy repeat. However, as he signed the agreement, the fetus's voice appeared again. How could the man trust the voice? Yet the baby seemed to read his mind, saying, "Dad, it was only a nightmare, do not believe it." To make him believe even more, the baby wrapped the umbilical cord, causing the mother sudden pain and fainting. The fetus urged, "Dad, wake up. Accept the reality that mom has already betrayed him." The man realized this time it was different from the last life. He could not help but wonder if it had really been a nightmare. He decided to take his wife to see the doctor first. During the examination, the doctor was shocked. The fetus could independently wrap and untangle the umbilical cord. She had never seen anything like it in all her years of practice. The man finally believed the voice was telling the truth. It had all been a dream. Then the baby's voice said the man mom like someone in the next hospital room. Curious, the man went to check. He was shocked to find it was his close friend. The friend saw him and came out to greet him, asking what a coincidence, also here for the prenatal checkup. Then the baby reminded the man how could the friend know about the pregnancy. The man instantly woke as if from a dream. He had been busy with work these days, only recently learned about his wife's pregnancy. He had told no one else, so how could the friend know? The baby reminded him he was already 3 months old. Where was he 3 months ago? The man remembered he had been busy with company matters. He had no time to be with his wife, so how could she have become pregnant? The man felt as if struck by lightning. It seemed his wife had really betrayed him. He grabbed his friend, demanding to know how he knew about the pregnancy. The friend's wife hurriedly explained she had told him. She had recently come for a checkup and met the man's wife. They had become close friends. She criticized him for not even knowing his wife was pregnant, and now he was only coming to the checkup. The man was embarrassed and had nothing to say. He left claiming he needed to care for his wife. On one side was his honest friend. On the other side was the voice of his unborn child. For a moment he didn't know who to believe. How did his wife become pregnant? His scalp tingled. Then the voice spoke again, saying his friend was lying. The friend had known the mother long ago. If he didn't believe him, he could go to the checkup room and see if his wife was there. Sure enough, he went to the room and saw she was gone. Just as he was about to ask the doctor, she came out of the restroom. Since the checkup was fine, the man wanted to take his wife home immediately, but she refused, saying her father's old illness had flared up. He would come to the hospital for a checkup soon. She told her husband to go back and focus on work. As the man was about to leave, the voice stopped him, saying the mother had lied on purpose to send him away. If he left, the friend would immediately meet her. They had even booked a hotel. The baby had overheard everything in the restroom. The man chose to trust his wife and refused to be misled by the voice again. But as he left the hospital, he saw his wife get in the car with the friend. He had no choice but to believe the voice was telling the truth. Could his wife really be going on a date with his friend? To find out, he hailed a taxi and followed them all the way to the hotel. Following the voice's guidance, he quickly found the hotel entrance where his wife was. Hearing familiar voices, he recognized his wife immediately. To prove whether she had betrayed him, he followed the voice and grabbed a fire extinguisher, smashing open the door. The scene inside completely shocked the man.